Welcome back to Darts Decoded. Today, we dive deep into a question that is often discussed in the darts community. How crucial is the darts average actually to a player's success? Is it the sole measure of success, or are there other factors that need to be taken into account? Among other things, we have put together an exciting sample calculation that shows that you can win games even with significantly lower averages than your opponent. Let's take a closer look at this topic. What is the darts average? Before we look at the meaning of the darts average, let's first take a look at what this value actually means. The darts average is essentially an average value that indicates how many points a player scores on average with 3 darts. It is usually calculated by dividing the total score by the number of darts thrown. Professionals usually play an average of between 90 and 100 points. In amateur tournaments with a mixed field of participants, the overall average is usually between 50 and 60 points. Feel free to write in the comments which average you usually play. The importance of the darts average. The darts average is often considered a meaningful measure of a player's performance. A high average usually indicates that a player is consistently throwing well and therefore performing solidly. It is an indicator of the ability to hit triples and doubles effectively and score points. The limits of the darts average. Despite its relevance, it is important to remember that the darts average does not tell the whole story. In the course of a tournament and league matches, the significance of an average is often not relevant. Good players may play a lower average against weaker opponents because they are not fully focused. Even if an opponent has achieved an outstanding average in a previous game, this does not mean that he will be able to repeat this in the next game. So don't let yourself be influenced and don't give up the next game before the throw-off just because your opponent played a good average in the previous game. Let us now turn to the example calculation mentioned above, which shows how you can win games even with a significantly lower average. Let's assume you have won the throw on the bullseye and start the game with the throw-off. In the first leg, you and your opponent start the game badly, but you win the leg with the 30th dart. This means you are leading 1-0 with an average of 50. Let's say your opponent has a 45 average after the first leg. In the second leg, your opponent checks after throwing 15 darts, which means an average of 100 points thrown. You continue to average 50 points consistently and, thanks to another weak performance from your opponent, win the third leg and take a 2-1 lead. Your opponent turns up the heat again and equalizes with another 15 darts, while you continue to average 50 points consistently. You start the deciding leg and check out to win with another 30 darts. Your opponent was too nervous and couldn't convert his 6 match darts. Your average after the match is almost exactly 50 points. But what did your opponent average? If we add up his leg averages of 45, 145, 145 again, we get a match average of exactly 67 points. That's a whole 17 points more, but he lost the match. This simple and hopefully understandable example makes it clear that the average is often overrated. We have another simple but amazing example to show that the average is less meaningful than you think. For example, if a player checks a leg with 13 darts, this results in an average of 115 points. However, if he needs 15 darts, it is only 100 points. But he may not care, because it is the same shot without his opponent being able to intervene. So you could say that it is more important in which shot you check the leg than, for example, with the 13, 14, or 15 dart. We hope this example was understandable too. To summarize, although the darts average is an important indicator of a player's performance, it is not the sole criterion. It is crucial to take other factors into account to get a complete picture of how good a player really is. We would love to hear from you what the biggest difference in averages was in one of your games. Let us know in the comments. We hope you enjoyed this video and gained some interesting insights. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any more videos. See you next time. Watch, learn, and win.